All right. Okay. Now, something traders that I thought worthwhile sort of showing you. It's a few of you may have already been onto it, but so just for instance, looking at a bit of the setup here, like a bit of enhancement. The now, if I've got the charts here, right, and I'm looking at the forex market as an analyst perspective. So I've got these in the daily time frame, right? So I can see what they're doing long term. See if they're bullish or bearish as far as that 200-day moving average goes and that sort of stuff. But if you link a chart here to anything else, it sort of messes things up. But I've actually worked out the other side. So I've got three screens here, right? This one you can see now is on the left. The one I have in the middle is this one here. Okay, you got the economic numbers, we've got the dollar index there, the VIX, etc. And risk on, risk off, a few other things at the top: equities, bonds, currency relative strength. Now, one thing that you can do here, I totally forgot all about it actually, is link this page, right? And on my right-hand side, I've got another screen which has a bit of news and two charts, right? So when I'm looking at knuckling down into a specific currency pair, I'm looking at, I'll go to the hourly chart and the daily chart for that instrument to get an overall perspective of what's going on, what's the direction of the overall trend on the daily charts, and then see if that hourly chart matches up with it. It's just particularly important, especially when, like today, we've got the ECB meeting. If there were some changes there, you know, going with the trend is the smart thing to do, right? Unless there's a complete change of policy, you would be looking for rallies to get back into that trade. Now, what can you do here? This is actually quite gorgeous, because once again, you come back to the main data page, which is my center screen. Okay, I'll link this page up. And when you do that, when you hit this thing here, you'll get a choice of color coding it, so you know what you've linked with what. Now, if I come back over here to the screen on my right-hand side, and I've got the hourly euro at this point, and I've got that link there as well. And so I've got two charts linked. One is the hourly, one is the daily. And I've also got the news linked. So if I'm looking at a specific instrument, right, it's very important that you get all the detail you can. So to me, you can never have enough detail. So when it comes down to changing this, right, so if now, this makes it a hell of a lot easier. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't keep the trend lines. Well, I've actually drew some, it would keep the other ones there. But say, for instance, I was looking at sterling, right? So all I need to do is come down and click on sterling, right? If I come back over to my right-hand side, then all the charts, all these charts over here, I'll have an hourly chart now, I'll have the daily chart, and the news will change to just sterling information there as well, right? So this is going to make it easier just to change, right? And like, just for good measure, right, if I'll just click on the other side, change it to, say, Aussie. I just click on it once, the news changes and the two charts changes. Well, there you go, actually. If you draw the trend lines on those charts, it will maintain the trend line. So that's a really good thing, right? So now when you are trading, I've always said you need three screens, and it's not just to look cool when your friends come over. It's to actually for the comfort of seeing what's going on. This should make analysis easier, because you've got all the majors on your far left. Okay, what's going on across the board on the daily charts? You've got all the data in the middle, right? And on the right-hand side, you've now got really the currency pair that you are focusing in on. So it doesn't matter if you're trading commodities. Obviously, gold there, obviously. They've all changed to gold, right? And now if I change it to oil, you'll get the oil charts. Once again, you draw the trend lines. The trend lines will be recorded and stay with it. And you can do the same for equity indices, anything, right? So anything on this data page that I've linked, right, will go onto those charts. It's a great way to easily analyze things without drilling into some other charts, looking for the hourly, daily, and seeing what's going on. Really good setup. I recommend you try that. If you haven't got Metastock, I'm not sure why you don't. Well, actually I do a little bit, because these suckers are messing with us with the data, but the rest of it is completely functional and makes analysis much easier. Right, try that out, guys. If you have any issues, give me a shout, but it's a good way to get things rolling. See you later.